We got Albania's Prime Minister at number 10 this afternoon, about 4 o'clock, and he's hit out at the disgraceful way that migrants from his country have been singled out by the Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, and other UK ministers for political purposes. Well, Edi Rama's in Britain for the first face-to-face talks with Rishi Sunak. The row, he said, which erupted at the end of last year, marked a very low point in relations between the two countries, but that he believed there would now be a will to overcome those differences. Let's speak now to Jorida Tabaku, who's a Member of Parliament for the Democratic Party of Albania, who can join us there in Brussels. Thank you very much indeed for your time, Jorida. How deeply has this been felt in Albania itself?
Thank you very much, Mark. I am here in Brussels today because I also chair the European Integration Committee in the Albanian Parliament, and also the issue of immigrants and discussions around the issue in UK are appearing here in Brussels. Let me tell you that I have been studying in UK, and as an Albanian, I felt really threatened by her comments. And as a politician, I felt sorry that the amazing Albanian community was singled out, was attacked, was bullied, only because there was a problem. And we have to acknowledge that there was a problem which has to be dealt both ways. In the UK, with the system that exists there, but also in Albania, because there is a problem in our country because people are living. And the high rate of people leaving the country should of course, make Albanian politics understand that we should also deal with it internally and not only leave the fault in your side.
Yeah. Well, could it be, though, that perhaps it was taken in the wrong way and that she was referring to a degree to the people smuggling gangs, those who operate the routes across Europe to get people into the small boats then across the Channel?
The discussion has been going on for months. It's not weekly. And she has been repeating this several times. It is true that there are Albanians that are linked with organized crime and with bands. But they are a minority of a minority. The majority of Albanians there is a huge community of 200,000 Albanians, are doing pretty well. We have amazing students there. We have business owners, entrepreneurs, which represent the better phase of Albania. The minority of minority that is linked with criminal bands does not represent the best of our country. And I believe her comments were repeated several times. And I was happy to see that also the British Prime Minister did actually say that he was sorry that this was taken as a case. And secondly, people that are brought to safe places, I understand, hotels and community centers, in this case also Albanians, are also having problems with kids which are kidnapped at those centers and are being used again by the bands. Half of those kids are Albanian. This is a problem clearly linked with UK and not with Albania. Albania has its own problems. Yes. I am in opposition, and there is a huge list of problems that I can mention to you. But we have problem. Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, this comes to a very important point, of course, and that is the issue of those Albanians claiming asylum here in Britain, where the British authorities are saying we don't understand why, when we accept Albania as being a democratic, stable and economically advanced part of Europe.
Albania is having its own problems in terms of democracy, in terms of rule of law, in terms of corruption. But that's a totally different issue with the issue that UK is dealing. I believe that we had this problem years ago with Germany. We had this problem, and then Germany changed approach. They considered Albania as a safe country, and immediately whoever went to Germany was returned back to Albania. Yeah. In this case, our internal problems, which are recognized by everyone, by international reports and by Brussels here, but also by UK reports, are of course not linked with the system that you have there, and are not linked with the filters that your system has there. Albania has having a higher rate of emigration right now. Of course, because of our internal things. But the way they are treated in UK, of course, it's not up to us.
And do you think that the relationship will be reset this afternoon? It's the first face-to-face meeting between your Prime Minister and Rishi Sunak.
So I don't know what will happen in the meeting. Of course, obviously I'm in opposition, but let me tell you that Albania and UK have much more stronger links than those discussed during the last 6 months. Links related with culture, with human relations, with business relations, that nothing can destroy. The statements of a minister who now is a minister and some months later will not be a minister, considering also some lack of stability there, I believe that are not going to ruin our wonderful relations.
Okay.
UK is a country I love. I've studied there, and I believe that it's a huge potential to further the links between Albania and UK.
Jorida Tabaku, thank you very much for joining us in Brussels.
Thank you, Mark.
Apologies for the signal breaking up, but we managed to hear you right the way through, which was great. Thank you very much for your time.